Good day, everyone. So, for today, I will be presenting to you my innovative strategies. So, here are my innovative strategies. So, my first innovative strategy is Nounimal. So, it is the activity is all about understanding or expanding the students' vocabulary about the kinds of nouns or nouns. So, nounimals. A noun is a term that refers to any living things, an idea, or places, or concepts. This activity will help students expand their noun vocabulary. The activity is carried out in groups, and it is the responsibility of the teacher to provide images, videos, words, or phrases that will be used during the activity. So here is the mechanics. So the teacher will use a PowerPoint presentation to present words, phrases, videos, photos, or sounds, and the students will have to identify what is being referred to and what type of noun it is. So the first thing that the teacher will do is to group the students. So the groupings will depend of how many students are there in class. So this when the groupings are done, the students will or the groups will choose an animal that will represent their group. So as much as possible, these animals that they will choose are or have sounds and actions. So the next step is when the student answer, they will act out the animal while mimicking its sound and will be called by the teacher to answer. So, for example, if the group has an idea, they will have one representative to stand up, raise their hand, do the action, do the sounds of the animal, and after that, they will be called by the teacher and they will provide the name and type of nouns of the of the presented image or word. Next, the group that has the most earned points wins the game. Good day, everyone. So for today, before we start our lesson, we will be playing Nounimals. So Nounimals, this will expand your vocabulary and understanding about nouns or the types of nouns. So I will be presenting you via a PowerPoint presentation, pictures, videos, sounds, or sentences, and you students will identify what is it and what type of noun it is. Is it a place, a person, a concept, an idea, or whatsoever? So before that, I will be dividing you into groups. So you will be group 1, you will be group 2, at the back you will be group 3, and you will be group 4. So are all settled down? Are all in their groups now? Okay, so now I want you to think as a group what type of animal will represent your group. Okay, so I'll give you a minute to decide what type of animal represents your group. Okay, so I guess everyone have already decided what type of animal their group represents. So before you answer, if you know the answer and you want to answer, so what you will do is you will raise your hand
Then you will act out the animal that you have chosen and mimic its sound. So, for example, if your animal is a pig and you want to answer, so what you will do is raise your hand and oink 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 oink. Okay, so everyone in the group, not only the person who raised their hand will do the action and mimic the sound, but the whole member of the group. Is that clear? So whoever gets the most points or the most correct answer will win the game. Is it clear?
So that would be all about Nownimals. Now, let's proceed with my next innovative strategy. So my next innovative strategy talks about verbs. It is called pantomime verbs. So the component of phrase that tells us what the subject does is called a verb. A set of words will be prepared by the teacher. The teacher will utter a word that rhymes with the verb he or she has chosen. Students will have to figure out which verb rhymes with the supplied term. So here is the mechanics. The teacher will prepare a set of words. The teacher will say something that rhymes with the verb he or she chose, and the students will have to guess what the verb is. So first thing the teacher will do is he or she will divide the class into groups. So the number of students per group will depend on the class size. Next, if the teacher will start doing the game or start the game, she will be saying, I'm thinking of a verb that rhymes with blank. So, as much as possible, we should use single syllable words and verbs. When the students have a guess, they will raise their hands and say, snip snap, is it this? While acting out the correct verb. So, for example, if the teacher say, I'm thinking of a verb that rhymes with mug. So, when the students will answer, they will raise their hand, snip snap, is it this? They will so the verb is jug. So after they do the action, they will say the verb for clarification. And whoever or with the group that has the most earned points wins the game. So
Okay, so for today, we'll be playing pantomime verbs. So I have here set of words and you students will determine what verb rhymes with the word I have prepared. So, but before that, I will be dividing you into groups. So, you will be group 1, you will be group 2, group 3, and group 4. Okay, so when you answer, you will raise your hand, say snip snap, is it this? And you will act out the verb. So, for example, I'll first start by saying, I'm thinking of a verb that rhymes with fun. So, when you answer, you'll raise your hand, say, snip, snap, is it this? And you will act out the correct verb. So, for example, run. So, you will run. Okay? So, do you get it? Okay, so you will look for a verb that rhymes with the word I have chosen. And the group that has the more points or the most correct answer will win the game. Is that clear? Okay.
that would be all for pantomime verbs. So why is my strategy best to be used by the teachers. So my strategy is best to be used by the teachers first because it is easy to follow. It has less complicated. It's not complicated in terms of the directions, the instructions, and the resources and materials can be easily found within the classroom or the school or even the house of the teacher. And next, it is technologically inclined. Involves the technology. So since we are in the 21st century learning, most interactive discussion or teaching of the teachers involves media or technology for easy and convenient learning for the students. Next, it can be used for all levels, like from grade schools until high school, or even in college. It can be used to, especially in when the teacher will have a review about the topic, about parts of speeches, or if the teacher want to test the knowledge of the students. So this can be either in the motivation or in the application part of the lesson. So that would be all. Thank you.